Hey there, Pisces, welcome in. I'm going to be looking into your spiritual energies, seeing if there are any messages from your higher self. Let's check in and see what you're up to, yeah? It's just been a new moon, so I hope you guys have your intentions clear, your vibrations high, and, happiness in your heart. So just an amazing reading for Leo. And Spirit really wants us to get our souls in the driving seat, realize the power of our minds when it comes to alchemizing and creating our own realities, and really get on with our spiritual work, which is what all life on earth is about. Okay, higher power. This is great to start off with, Pisces. I feel like you're zoned in with, your guides. You're zoned in with the universe here. Wow, Treasure Island. Because you're so zoned in spiritually, it's like, there's a lot of loot to be found. Let me show you this card. Okay, look at that treasure chest right there. Okay, there's something heading towards you, or should I say magnetizing onto your timeline. You're on the right path with these cards coming out straight up. This is great. Okay, now we've got the why, which reminds us of how powerful our intentions are and to always know what we represent. Okay, now alchemically speaking, we all have a soul cluster. We all have a group of people who we incarnate with. You may have met some already, you might not have. But I feel like there's this need for me to make you aware that your intentions are so powerful. Okay, it's a time to give rather than take. So it's like the universe wants you to flow out all that good energy. Flow your essence out into the world and know that it returns to you tenfold. We've got To the Sea, which is all about letting the universe flow you where you're meant to be. Okay, realizing that everything is connected. And look at this right under the deck. Soulmates, okay, with the fates right underneath. So I feel like for those of you who aren't connected right now, I feel like the universe has got it all planned out for you. You can just sit back and let the universe be like your dating agency, essentially. I always encourage my followers to allow the universe to orchestrate everything, because when we try and orchestrate it ourselves, for example, going on dating sites and stuff like that, it kind of messes up the metaphysical flow of the universe. Now, obviously, the universe can handle it when we do go on dating sites or whatever. Oftentimes, we might be guided to do something like that. But I feel like you're just sitting back, relaxing, knowing that what's meant for you will come to you. But again, they're pulling me to this why card, in the sense of they want you to know what you represent, and everything works tribally on this planet. So they want you to know who and what you represent in terms of your soul cluster, in terms of the house you represent. It's a bit Game of Thrones, I've got to be honest, okay? Because we didn't come to this world to be alone. We came to be with our soul family and to manifest even more powerfully, because there are others that we're connected to, okay? So I feel like that's really important for you as well. Okay, I've done the moon card. Let's get on with your tarot and see what comes out, because higher power coming out straight away. Treasure Island. This is like, you already know the universe has got something planned for you, okay? You've got view from above, get the big picture. So again, I feel like this zones back in with the why card. Why do you want what you want, okay? Who do you represent? What do you represent? What are your core values? And when you know that and when you're clear about that, it makes everything a lot easier. Yeah, look at this Queen of Cups. She's just letting the universe take hold of her, zone into her soul, zone into her energy. She's guidable, the Queen of Cups, because she's so receptive, okay? So Two of Swords energy, I feel like you're done with the 3D. I feel like you're done with being pulled this way and that. And look at this, victory. Again, the wreath, to me, is a symbol of knowing which house you represent, okay? You know how we hang wreaths on our doors at Christmas and stuff like that? There's something here about you knowing where home is, you knowing what it is that you really stand for. We've got Judgment here. So I feel like you're going through a bit of a spiritual rebirth, and I feel like it's, look at this, Knight of Wands. I feel like you're just flowing with the rhythm of the universe here and really allowing yourself to connect to divinity. Wow, this higher power is really strong. Seven of Swords showing up, Two of Swords. Again, with the Seven of Swords, the sword cards in general are what am I saying? They're all about people who think too much, yeah? And that's often the case with manipulative type energies. They're always thinking, what can they do to get this result? And what can they do to get that result? And don't get me wrong, we all kind of think to ourselves, what do I need to do to get what I need to get? But this is a low vibration. This is someone who thinks they can control others rather than flowing with the universe. So watch out for that, Pisces, okay? I feel like the need for you to be free right now is so potent. And again, freedom is something that the divine really loves. So I feel like they want you to kind of break free from anything. Just as I say that, we've got the 8 of Wands. They want you to break free from any 3D storylines, connections with people that you kind of deep down know are off, you know. Normally, if someone is a member of our soul cluster, we just know, you know, that we can trust them or whatever. So if you've got any doubts about anyone, let them flow away, okay? Because I feel like this is a little bit of a warning for you. There might be someone who's trying to maybe pull you into their plans, hinder your freedom, okay, with this Knight of Wands. I feel like this is the time for you to really flow with the universe, really allow yourself to go up to the spirit world, to zone into other dimensions, to really feel things that you could never really even put into words. You know, it's kind of hard to linearize the higher power information. Ooh. Oh, what a mess. And to really put this energy into words is somewhat of a challenge, you know. Let me sort this out. 10 of Cups, so, you know, I feel like you're on the road to a much more fitting soul tribe for you. Or this could just represent happy family times in your situation. If you've been going through anything, things are going to smooth out for you and you're going to really feel the sweetness of life here. There is a big family emphasis in this reading. So you might be feeling super protective of your family at the moment for some reason or another. And I feel like you're going to expand on that. I feel like it's going to be smooth sailing for you. 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands. This is established strength, okay? But this could be coming in for you. Something that's destined for you. We've got the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you're already following the right pathway here. And I feel like it's going to lead you to this abundance. It's going to lead you to this soulmate connection. Now, a soulmate doesn't have to be romantic. It's a member of your soul cluster. And those relationships always feel amazing. I know people go on about karmic connections and, you know, I was told by a psychic that there was a karmic connection that was actually a part of my soul group. But you know what? I don't believe it, okay? Because I get my own messages from the universe. Even psychics, they can only pick up on what's waiting for them, information-wise. And even they get tricked, okay? Because there's a lot of negative polarity beings out there. They can even change information sometimes in the Akash. So I personally think that, you know, karmic lessons are sent in to test us. When we're talking about low down 3D people, they're sent in to test us to see if we will stick with our divinity or go on to a lower timeline, okay? They want me to tell you that when you're involved with a negative polarity individual, and I'm talking about those people that often get labeled as narcissists or sociopaths, when you're dealing with someone like that, because of the nature of reality, and I won't go too deep into the occultism, but you get sucked onto their timeline, all right? There's never an equal balance with these people. They can't come up to where you are, so you've got to go down there. And because of the nature of their soul or metaphysical being would be a better way of putting it, you get sucked into their timeline. And they're the main character in their timeline. And there's nothing you can do to change that until you get out and get back onto this divine pathway here with the Hierophant. Look at this, the 4 of Wands. I feel like you're getting your mind right where it needs to be to flow into a really cosmic, beautiful connection, something you will truly value with Treasure Island. It's not just about money, right? It's about getting up to that timeline where things flow beautifully for you, where, you know, you feel victorious even just going into a bakery and they've got the thing you want and you get the last one. Even finding the right parking spaces at the right time, meeting and bumping into people you haven't seen in years who you know, are valuable to you. All these little synchronicities, I feel like that's what you're building up to, Pisces, all right? If you're feeling alone at the moment, which is not the vibe I'm getting, but I only say this because of the 10 of Cups. If you are feeling slightly alone or whatever, not sure who your soul tribe are, keep doing what you're doing because I see great spiritual work from you. Your gifts could be heightening if you're psychic or intuitive or an empath. I feel like the divine is waiting to give you even more, bigger, better confirmations, okay? So messages, like I say, you might find it hard to put some of these messages into words, but you know, okay, you feel these messages, and that's what's going to clear up any kind of thought patterns for you, all right? Let's clarify this 2 of Swords and see what comes out. They want you to get the big picture, which normally comes out when, you know, there's a relationship or a situation that's just a bit sticky and a bit icky, you know, and they want you to see the bigger picture, that you are a soul. Look at this, High Priestess. This is what I'm saying about the messages, but let me carry on with what I'm saying and then we'll get back to that. They want you to know that you're a soul and that this lifetime you're in is one lifetime of infinite lifetimes, okay? Therefore, we don't want to let the human side of us that feels fear and, you know, we can often be fearful of our mortality, fearful of, oh, am I going to meet the right person at the right time? Will I be able to make enough money? But that's the challenge, to jump up in vibration, let your soul take over and flow so beautifully to the treasure, okay? It's all about that. Now, High Priestess next to the Queen of Cups, whatever you've been worrying about or wondering about, that's going to clear up, because you're going to realize how powerful you are, Pisces, okay? The World card, yeah. Something's coming to an ending because you're learning to trust in yourself, and you're learning to trust that you do have guides and you do have ancestors that love you. They line up behind you. Anytime someone tries to test you, your ancestors line up behind you. They have your best interests at heart. And you know what, our ancestors and our guides and anyone in the non-physical who fully supports us, because the non-physical is our real home. This is temporary. They really want us now at this point in our evolution to really trust our intuition. Know thyself, trust thyself. Know there is a divine plan. No, we're not crazy, okay? No, we are not. We are fully aligned with the truth now. And there are so many light workers here, so many great psychics, so many beautiful heart chakra people with their hearts that are so big, who haven't let the 3D world drag them down into their animalistic human behavior. No offense to animals, but you guys know what I mean. I feel like you're doing it, Pisces. Look at this victory card here. I feel like you're just standing in your power. Look at this. 9 of Pentacles. So this is a big, huge gold star from the universe. This is you trusting yourself to the point where, you know what, whatever happens, you're just going to go with the flow, and you're just going to raise your frequency and you're going to flow through it. Okay, this is what Spirit wants, and this is what you're doing. You're following this spiritual path perfectly. And I feel like, you know, you're going to get this rebirth soon. Look at this, the Emperor. It's come out on the Judgment card. Judgment can be about second chances. It can be about, really and truthfully, it's the transformation of the spirit. And I feel like you're going through this big transformation of the spirit. And I feel like you're getting to a level of freedom and a level of, it's almost like even if you're just at home or just going to it, there's still this adventurousness. There's still this sense of freedom you've got in your mind, okay? That's going to bring you this experience in real life with the Emperor showing up. The Emperor represents the experience of the mind. What is our consciousness experiencing at the moment? And I feel like you are finding your authority. It's that old chestnut of those who crave power never get it. And those who relinquish their need for power, they're the ones who get it, because they're the ones the universe can trust with the power. It's the ones who don't crave it, right? So I feel like you're getting this power. I feel like you're getting divine power coming through to you just when you need it. And 9 of Pentacles with the High Priestess. I feel like I'm talking to someone who is, you know, working in the spiritual field. Maybe you're a light worker. Maybe, I'm hearing goddess, all right? I feel like you are some sort of goddess here. We've got the Knight of Wands again. So be careful. This Knight of Wands represents freedom for you in your soul. This Knight of Wands is coming out on top of the 7 of Swords. So be careful. Someone who's so basic that they think they're slick. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here for some of you. You know, my karmic was so obviously a cheater, I didn't think he could possibly be one, because I grew up around high IQ narcissists who were like vampires, and he was so basic. He would even say things to me like, well, when I'm with you, I'm with you. And I'm like, mate, you're an 80s throwback. Are you seriously? I didn't think anyone could make it that obvious and be so bad at their narcissism that it was right on the surface in everything they did. And it made me question myself in a way, because I thought, well, surely if he's being sneaky, he'd be a bit more careful about it. But some of them are that bad that you can just see right through them. Trust yourself, Pisces, because there might be something like that going on here, where someone's so obvious with their sneakery that it's just a bit of a joke. You know what I mean? Like, you can't take these people personally. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man coming up on the 10 of Cups. So Maybe you need to shift your perspective somehow when it comes to soul tribe, soul cluster. I feel like it's going to really benefit you to know that there are people on this planet, whether you're with them right now or not, there are people on this planet who love you so unconditionally, and you will magnetize towards them, okay? Because you are on this frequency where everything that's meant for you will find you, Pisces, okay? You really are connected to this higher power, and you really do feel it. I know you do. Whoever I'm speaking to, you know you feel it. So maybe that's the intention they want you to have. For some of you, I feel like they want you to really realize that you've got soul tribe. And when you connect with that energy, even if it's just little glimpses for split seconds, when you really believe in your dreams and believe that there are people out there who understand you, who love you, who've been with you through multiple lifetimes, that changes everything. And then I feel like you will cut out anyone who's toxic in the 3D, because you're like, you know what, why would I put up with 3D people when there is this beautiful bunch of divine beings who really do know me and who I really fit in with? Yeah, disappointments here, 5 of Cups. So be aware of someone who will only disappoint you, Pisces. And I feel like you know this, all right? Look at this, 5 of Wands. I feel like this is someone who gets a kick out of having, you know, they're really 3D, really basic. They get a kick out of thinking that loads of people want them, you know, putting you in competitive situations. It's just quite basic. For someone who's on your level, Pisces, you don't need this. You're better off at home meditating. You get more benefit from that. Look at this. You've got the title card. This is my card of initiated beings, okay? Coming out on the 3 of Wands. So this is Spirit saying, yes, your gifts are expanding and you've established yourself spiritually in some way. This is a pathway leading home. This is a pathway leading you to the events in your life that you planned out for yourself in, you know, the spirit world with your soul group. You were stood there with them in ethereal format and you're like, right, I'm going to come in and play this role this lifetime. You can play the role of my wife or husband. You can be, you know, my friend. You know, that is literally how it is. And this is why Spirit wants us to truly relax and not take everything quite so seriously in this realm, because we're so infinite. And I understand having a human vehicle, it can cause us so much fear, etc., etc. 2 of Swords again. You are going to burst out of any indecision here, okay? You're going to burst out. I feel like the time's going to come where you just have enough and you're like, you know what? Freedom. Freedom is where it's at. Sovereignty, freedom. You run the show, Pisces, and, you know, you don't need anyone in your life telling you otherwise. 2 of Wands on the Knight of Wands. So you've got a lot of options to choose from with this freedom, with this sovereignty, with this divine connection of yours. This is absolutely beautiful. The Devil. Just be careful, okay, again, of these 3D connections. This is confirming that there is a toxic energy around you. Or be careful of perhaps a toxic situation coming in. But look, 6 of Swords. You're going to glide through this. You're going to glide out of it so easy and so gracefully, because you are anchoring yourself to the higher realms. You are anchoring yourself to your highest timelines, and you know what you deserve. And there's a radiance here to you, Pisces. I just see you getting more and more radiant, more and more sure of your spiritual gifts, and more sure that there are people out there who are perfect for you. And you know, the challenges we plan for ourselves, 8 of Cups. Yeah. I feel like Spirit is coaxing you to moving out of any 3D. Shut the door on 3D things, okay? The storylines need to tie themselves up. So the end to these storylines might be disappointment. You might find out someone has been dealing with someone else, but it's all for the greater good, because you've got this beautiful soul tribe, a beautiful higher timeline. I can feel this energy, Pisces, and you're going to be laughing, okay? It won't take long for you to be laughing at this character here who thought they could actually dupe you. Yeah, and it's only a matter of time before you get to this soul tribe. So Spirit really wants you to have confidence in your soul cluster. You are going to be walking away into more freedom, into more abundance, an abundance of feeling, an abundance of your heart chakra lighting up, an abundance of your crown chakra getting more and more activated. This is inevitable. It's inevitable for you to find the pathway that is calling to you. And I feel like for some of you watching this, you're already on it, and you know you're already on it. King of Swords coming out, so you're going to see very clearly, okay? You're going to have some sort of clear vision when it comes to a situation you've been dealing with, which way to go. 8 of Wands, and you're going to move really quickly. Once you make that decision, once you break free, you're going to be flying. 8 of Wands is fast moving energy, okay? You could surprise someone, okay? If someone has been taking advantage of you, or you feel like they're a little bit iffy, you know, I feel like you like to see the good in people, but this person keeps getting your back up a little bit. Now, this is a problem sometimes for spiritual beings. We're so quick to get back to a high vibration. We're so good at forgiving people, and we like to see the best in people, and we're not really scared of much. So sometimes when there's a dodgy character in our life, we can kind of ignore it a little bit too long, you know. But this is about you alchemizing the reality that you want. I feel like there's someone that, you know, you need to kind of flick away, all right? They think they're significant, but, you know, they like to be the big I am with the 5 of Wands. I'm really getting that vibe here. And I mean, there are so many baby souls who are they're so in the flesh, in the lust, in the libido, and that's cool if that's what they want to do. But when there's deception involved, when there's sneakery involved, that's when the universe is like, nah, hang on, you're not doing this to one of my best light workers. You're not doing this to one of my old souls. You're not doing this to someone who's so divinely connected. You're not doing this to one of my star players, okay, in the game of life. So you're getting, you know, I'm glad the star cards come out, because this is the kind of feeling I was getting earlier in the reading. That you're so naturally high vibrational, and you can feel it when you're on the right pathway, and it just gets smoother and smoother and smoother for you. It's a really nice energy, Pisces. I feel like we get along, whoever I'm reading for right now, the world. Okay, so there's this big world waiting for you to fly into it. I really do feel like you're moving to the next level. Victory energy here. High Priestess, show me. Queen of Swords, yeah. See, this is a thing also with spiritual people. People don't expect you to cut them off savagely. They don't expect you to be able to be like a real savage gangster level cut off, you know, because they think that they take your kindness for weakness. They forget that the brighter the light, the darker the shadow. Knight of Wands again. Okay, Knight of Wands again. That's 3 Knights of Wands in one reading, okay. Strength. This is a gracious strength, okay? Again, you like to see the good in people. You like to think you can bring out the best in people, but you can only kind of suggest that to people, and then you've got to let them make their own mistakes, do their own thing, and focus on what you're alchemizing into your reality. You've got a gracefulness to you, Pisces, that's really powerful. We've got the 5 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, so yeah, I feel like someone's being a bit scheming. Now look at this. Look at the way he's looking at this Queen of Cups, like he thinks she's an easy target. He thinks she's so busy being spiritual and being graceful and being lovely and being kind and being loving that he can just do whatever he wants. And again, they take kindness for weakness. Show this person how powerful the divine is. Show this person how powerful love is and how strong it makes you, okay? I'm going to pull one more on this situation, because I've got a feeling this person is going to end up licking their wounds. They're going to end up running off with their tail between their legs, licking their little wounds. Yeah, Magician. Trying to be sneaky, trying to be slick, trying... Oh, look, karma. They're going to get their karma because they're trying to be manipulative in a really basic way, and I just feel like you're just above this, okay? Let's pull from the star cards and we'll see. We'll see what comes out. You're heading in the right direction, Pisces. This person's like a little gnat. You know, they're not that relevant. They try and make themselves relevant. They're lustful. They're flighty. May the setting sun remind me of all I've accomplished in my day. And I feel like for you, this is spiritual work, okay? And I feel like you are getting messages and communications from your light team, which is what I call the guides, from, you know, from the divine in general. And you'll know this, okay? Whoever I'm speaking to, Queen of Cups, High Priestess, you already know, okay? You've already, you know, I say dipped your toe in the water, but look at this Queen of Cups. She's in there. Oh, she knows where she is and she knows what she is. So your belief and your understanding of non-physical is only going to get stronger and more beautiful. And if you're looking for some sort of financial security or just personal security, 9 of Pentacles says You're going to be so satisfied with the path you've taken. You're going to be manifesting fruit and pentacles all over the place. Oh, what am I saying? And, you know, this is about you being satisfied. They're telling me solar plexus, being really satisfied in your gut with what you've chosen and what you represent and what you're all about here. I will let go of my negativity like a glowing lantern into the night sky. You know, I don't even feel like it's your negativity, but I feel like Spirit is saying, let go of negativity. You know, release it to the universe, because you don't want to be on these 3D timelines. You want to be where you belong, Pisces, at the top with the stars, okay, with God's best, with the universe's best people. Let's see what comes out, because I feel like I'm talking to a real metaphysical being right now. Show me. So I'm going to pull from my compass cards and see what happens. Okay, divine messages for Pisces, please. Divine confirmation, eyes to see. Right. Yeah, I feel like you're going to see something through new eyes. Something that, again, you might have wanted to see the best in someone or whatever. But once you see what this person really is or what this situation really is, you're going to move fast so quickly. Fortitude, strength. But with fortitude, it's about movement. Okay, it's about flowing through on those timelines. It's about really getting yourself high vibrational so that they're going to be left in the dust, all right, because you're just going too high. That anything below that frequency won't be able to keep up with you. Mars energy, okay? So remember, sovereign manifester, remember that, you know, life is, people think that because you're spiritual, you're not allowed to be a fighter. But actually, look into your Mars sign and you know, I'd love to hear about what Mars sign you've got in the comment box, actually, because it's always interesting to me. I've got Mars in Libra, which is a funny positioning, especially in the 12th house. But I feel like there's something about you where Spirit wants to remind you that everything in this reality is alchemy. And often that manifests as battles, right? 5 of Wands. Don't be afraid to fight these people. When they bring it to you, there are many ways of fighting, you know. So they want to let you know it's okay to be a fighter. It's okay to put people in their place. It's okay to activate that shadow when you need to. People talk about integrating their shadows. What does that mean? It means loving and accepting the fact that your shadow wants to protect you. And if people test you, all is fair in love and war. That's the message I'm getting. Okay, I'm going to get another deck. Let's look at advice going forward. I mean, I feel like you're doing this all really beautifully and you are being initiated to the next level. You are flying forward really quickly. Perhaps this person is sent in, or this niggly thing, person, situation is sent in to test you, right? So we've got the Wheel of Fortune telling me that, you know, there's something a little bit karmic going on. Page of Cups, okay? Expect beautiful offers from lovely, heartfelt people who understand your soul. We've got the King of Pentacles, so you could be meeting an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, okay? I feel like they're going to be genuine. They're going to be heartfelt. They're going to have, you know, a lovely, genuine way about them. 4 of Swords. This person might feel like a little bit of a sanctuary to you, you know? And they're going to be cooperative. 3 of Pentacles. They're going to want to work with you, harmonize with you. And really, you know, I feel like they're going to see you clearly and they're going to see what you're worth and how valuable you are, with the Page of Cups coming out also. Let's pull a few ancestor cards and we'll see what else is coming through. Oh, you jumped at me. Hunter of Strength, again with that Mars energy. They want you to know you're allowed to be as strong as you possibly can be. Let me show you this. Nice, I like it. They want you to know, you know, as a goddess, as a high priestess, you need to protect yourself. We don't have 50 guards on our temples anymore. In the modern time, us high priestesses, we've got to provide our own protection, okay? And we're allowed to be feisty. Let's just get that clear. We've got Dancer of Promise. So I feel like, again, this soul tribe, these beautiful connections that I see for you, I feel like they hold such promise and it matches up with your frequency completely, totally on your level. Shaman of Foresight. So again, it's about what you represent, getting your intentions clear, way ahead. You know, there's something about that here. And again, matching up with the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups, you are probably getting a lot of downloads. All right, you're probably getting to see what's going to come up for you way ahead of time, okay? I get the heads up from Spirit way ahead of time, and I've got used to it now, okay? It feels like a responsibility, you know? Because I know things that other people don't necessarily know who I'm going to come into contact with and things like that. But that's my positioning, and I feel like that's your positioning too. Trust in the visions, trust in the foresight, trust in your own strength. You literally, I feel like you're a real warrior, okay? Never let people convince you that you're not allowed to be a warrior and also be divine, because that's what this world is all about, okay? And there are many ways to fight for yourself. It doesn't mean punching people in the face. It doesn't mean being a low vibrational thug. It means we've got every right to defend ourselves and to be fiery and feisty when people test us, okay? Dancer of Joy. They're telling me you're going to deal with your enemies, and I mean that could be, you know, for those of you not dealing with someone that you think is icky or shady, deal with the 3D stuff you've got to deal with and then jump back into joy. Dancer of Friendship with the Companion, Ancestor of Hope, Shaman of Stars, Dancer of Life. Oh my goodness, Spirit of Empowerment, Spirit of Wisdom. You've got it going on, Pisces. Okay, trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust that you're manifesting beautiful connections, beautiful soul group energy, and remember those intentions, and you can't go wrong. This is a beautiful reading. Thank you for being here. I'd really appreciate your likes, your comments. I love hearing from you guys. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you again. Lots of love. Mwah.